Welcome to That American Football Show, powered by EP Sports. EP Sports is the top supplier in the UK for all your American football needs, helping players and coaches reach their potential since 2007. Check them out at epsports.co.uk. It's been a little while. Sorry if you've missed us, but I'm joined by Tim, Craig, Joe, and our special guest, Zach Edwards. He's the quarterback for the Barcelona Dragons. You may remember him from our previous Elf Ballers episode. But we've got him back on just to chat a bit about the ELF, how his off-season's been, and his thoughts on the upcoming second season for the ELF. Zach, really appreciate the time making for us. How have you been?
I've been good, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's always a good time. Happy to be back and talk with you guys. But thank you.
Absolutely no. I've been pushing to get you back on the show for a while
now. Love it.
But yeah, let's talk about some news first. I haven't talked about the ELF in a couple of weeks now, and there's been a fair bit flying around. I think I want to say shocking, but at least most breaking news recently, where every team we thought had got their first string quarterback set in place. The Leipzig Kings, Michael Birdsong quarterback, he's just retired from football. Yeah. Obviously, Birdsong was. We had him on the show. He was really smart, really nice guy. Bit of a shock, if anything, because I think he was the only guy who actually signed a 2-year contract. But yeah, he was cracking for the Kings, and that could really cause a bit of a hubbub.
Yeah, no, I was pretty surprised by it too, especially this late. I mean, you'd think. Training camp's pretty soon now. I think because I know I head out in like a little less than a month, and then we really get going just pretty much as soon as I get there. So. Yeah, I don't know if that was communicated beforehand between the Kings and Coach Armstrong and Birdsong, but my guess is they'll have a backup plan ready. I'm sure they do. But yeah, man. I mean, I think he only played 5 games last year.
Yeah,
and
he was
5 games last year, and he put up crazy numbers. So I mean, I think the league will miss him, but I guess he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think reading between the lines, it seems to be amicable. I messaged him the other day, and I think he just obviously whatever was happening in his off-season workout, he just wasn't feeling it and took the decision to retire. It's unfortunate because he had a good season. Other than injuries.
Yeah, and Zach, did you just out of curiosity, being another American sort of in the ELF, did you ever come into much communication with Michael at all?
I really didn't. Most of the guys I actually did talk to because we'd play each other, we'd kind of mess each other after the game or beforehand and whatnot. But I think just because we never played the Kings last year, we never really got to have that kind of communication. But definitely somebody I respected, and I watched him on film all the time too. You know, we watch when you're scouting other teams' defenses and stuff. He popped up all the time, making good throws and whatnot. So, but no, I definitely did not. Talk to him at all. I should reach out and mix it up with him a little bit.
You used to kill it in the Chinese league, wasn't it? The Japanese league?
Yeah, I think I actually did hear that. Like the X League or something like that. Is that what it's called?
It was with that. If it's like the Mitsubishi team or something that wins every single year.
Yeah.
So you're going back in a month. How are you looking forward to getting out the Minnesota winter and into the nice Spanish sunshine? I'm
excited. It'll be nice getting back into that, and just going back to somewhere I feel comfortable. I went there last year. I kind of know what to expect this time. Mm-hmm. In terms of who I'll be around, the places I'll be living, kind of the town. I'll have a little better feel for it. So I'm excited for that. And then yeah, man. I mean, I was just telling these guys before you hopped on, it was 60 something on Sunday, and we got about 3 inches of snow this morning. So. So yeah, I'm tired of it. It's playing games with me. I'm tired of the below zeros and whatnot.
So I can't believe you said you guys stay in Salou. Is that right?
Yeah, we live down in Salou.
Doesn't mean much to Joe or Tim, but me and Craig did our university football team. We go on a sports tour every year, and it was just going to a different country and causing carnage and just getting absolutely shit-faced. And we did Salou twice, and we got kicked out of there.
Yeah, no, Salou's a great place. We live. Our building is pretty much right in the middle of Salou, so we're pretty close to the beach and everything. So it's a great spot. It's a lot of fun, and
I'm gonna message you after and tell you about Tony's.
All right, I love to hear it. I love to hear it.
But yeah, a bit back to some of the news. Let's go with the Dragons as we've got you on. So you've hired a new head coach, Coach Weidinger. He's got some experience in the NFL. I think he was with was it the Falcons or the Eagles he was with?
Yeah, he spent some time with the Falcons, and he also spent some time with the Buccaneers, right before the Brady era. But yeah, man, he's a great guy. I've talked to him a couple times now. He's getting things rolling out pretty quickly in terms of what we're going to be running and that kind of stuff. Super organized, super excited to be with the Dragons, which is super exciting to see. And he's got a lot of energy, and I'm excited for what we're going to do this year offensively. I think we can do some good things. We got some good pieces, some new pieces, obviously. But, he brings a ton of knowledge to our team, too. The stuff he's sharing with us, he's sharing us clips of his time in Tampa and his time in Atlanta, and just kind of teaching us like, yo, these guys are running it like this. This is how you're supposed to run it. Just somebody with that kind of experience is going to be great, I think, for not only myself, but the entire organization.
Yeah, because with the head coaches across the league, there is a variety of. So you've got like the guys who've come from America, like Weidinger. There's Coughlin for the Frankfurt, who's done all the stuff in Germany. I can't remember his name, but there's a guy who's come from Sweden. He coached. I can't remember which coach he's for, but yeah, there's a big variety of it, and it doesn't seem to impact each team negatively or positively, whether they've got like the American side of experience of college football and NFL over it. It all seems really good and mixed, really.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I mean, at the end of the day, if you know football, and if you communicate that to your guys effectively, you're going to have a good team. So I know for us that just having another person, I mean, we had a great staff last year that definitely taught us a lot with Coach Rita and Coach Pau. And they definitely taught us a ton of things that we were able to build on throughout the year and become better throughout. And then now with Coach Widener, I'm excited to continue to learn from him. Somebody from, we got a bunch of CFL experience, and now we're getting some NFL experience, and I'm sure he's going to bring in a couple guys too. And with our Coach Pat coming back, our running back special teams guy, and he kind of ran the offense for like the last four weeks or so. Having him come back too will be good for us. So yeah, excited.
And I mean, speaking of different coaching hires, something I saw was quite interesting. The Berlin Thunder, they've hired a martial arts fighter called Fatima Yaziki as a mental coach. And I think you see some teams doing it, like the Patriots like doing it. The Texans have done it because the Patriots, where you have that kind of sports psychologist, kind of mental toughness kind of coach behind it. And I mean, I imagine it must pay dividends, because you're going to, especially not in America, where a lot of players like yourself have been playing football since a very young age, have kind of had the right mentality, competitive spirit drilled into them. European sports, even then, is a little bit different. Like, you're going to have someone given that mental fortitude to maybe people who have just started playing football quite recently, to the guys who are coming across from America and really helping instill the culture.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, football's such like a tough game. I mean, every play is so not only physically but mentally taxing, just from having to know your assignment to then having to perform at like an extremely physical level. There's a lot of time. And then, I mean, like a football game is like a 7-second play, and then you're off for like 40 seconds and 7 seconds and off, So there's a lot of time for your kind of mind to wander, and, a lot of time to think, oh, I'm tired, or, oh, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be, So being able to really like hone in and kind of get in that cool stage of just being able to be laser focused is definitely what separates a lot of people from good to great. You can be as talented as ever, but if you can't lock it in and learn your playbook, or forget the mistake you made on the last play, then you're going to probably run into a lot of trouble throughout the game.
So. Yeah, I think that it's huge, surely, because if you throw an interception, you've got to shake that off and then sit there with time to think about it, and then just come back and just almost forget about it and get on with it. That's clearly why I'm not a professional athlete, because I just couldn't do that. I'd just like go home and cry.
It's something I'm a big fan of. Like, we worked with some sports psychology students who helped out the team with coaching a John Moores, and I know the Night Hawks have had one now for a few years, and they've spoke about how much they highly regard having one involved with their team and how much it really helped. Just like you would manage your body on and off the field, like your diet, going to the gym, looking after yourself, managing injuries, your mind's the same. You need to be able to stay focused. You need to be able to stay sharp. You could have being able to compartmentalize football, I guess, as well, on and off the field and stuff like that. Like, it's a big part of the game. I think it's a great idea, and it's something I think you'll see more teams starting to do in the future.
Yeah, and I want to say as well, it just adds to the professionalism as well of the league. For me, it just shows that, teams are willing to spend this money and put in the effort to just make sure that their teams are going to be playing at a top level. And I think for the rest of the league, it's just a good step in the right direction.
Definitely. We'll talk about experienced players coming over now. I think this caught a lot of people by surprise, especially with, what's his name, Peter Anderson, was it, for the Galaxy? Their kicker who was lighting people up.
Hamburg, wasn't he? He was Hamburg, yeah. He retired, yeah.
Never mind, then I got a different team. But yeah, the Frankfurt Galaxy have signed a former Bundesliga football player, Tomasz Zampak, as their kicker. And I mean, kicking was probably the biggest weak spot across the league, just because I think everyone was trying to figure out, and obviously kicking's just not really a thing in Europe outside of NFL, except for soccer, which is it's a very different type of kick. But it'd be very interesting to see how this works out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know, especially like we're lucky with Giorgio, we got him back. Kicking is such a huge part of football. I mean, how many games? I mean, you watched the entire NFL playoffs. Like, literally every game came down to...
What was his name? The Bengals kicker again.
Money Mac.
Oh,
he was so exciting.
Yeah, I mean, like, that just shows, like, how critical, like, having a good kicker is, So, I mean, hopefully for them, it works out great. But I know just, like, the importance of having a kicker, like, it can help you so much. It can really change, like, your whole game plan, like, if you're inside the 40, you might be able to play and run different plays because, your kicker has enough leg to get you some points on the board. And obviously there's nothing more important than putting points on the board. So it can definitely change your offensive game plan, especially inside, inside that 40 to 30 yard range.
As a quarterback, would you find that takes the pressure off you a little bit, knowing that you have some confidence in a kicker there? So if for whatever reason things weren't to go your way, you've got someone, I guess, you can rely on to still put points up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it does help. Obviously, I'm kind of like an aggressive kind of like play caller. Like, I would rather I like to go for it. I like to, if it's 4th and 2 on the 33. I want to go for it. I think, give me the ball. I can get 2 yards, like that's kind of my mindset on it. But I mean, I get it from like a coaching standpoint and like an analytic standpoint. Like, it's almost better to take the guaranteed 3 points. So yeah, it definitely is nice, and then they get you out of a lot of sticky situations too. You get down there and all of a sudden you can't move the ball at all. You go 3 and out quick. You get down to 35, you go 3 and out, and then 4th and 10. It's nice to be able to get 3 points out of it rather than a complete drive, So, yeah, definitely a big fan of Giorgio.
And final bit of news. So this is just really great news for the league in general. I think it's about Keanu Ebanks, he was the tackle for Hamburg. He's moved to Wrocław, but he's been picked up in the CFL for the Calgary Stampeders. I mean, he's fantastic. He was a lovely lad when he came on, and he's an absolute beast as well. But just shows you, like, it's doing its job. Because I think he's not the only player. What's his name? Turpin. He went to the CFL, I think.
Yeah, he went to the USFL.
USFL. Yeah. But it's great because there's some attention coming to the EFL from the States, which is, I guess, a big point of what they're trying to do here.
No, absolutely. It's a great platform. I mean, super happy for him. It's a great opportunity for him, and I mean, he deserved it. He was a beast, like you said. But I think somebody else went too. Berlin's receiver too got picked up, I think, by the Red Blacks. Shantavius Jones.
Shantavius Jones.
Oh, he was
Yeah. I think he got picked up by the Red Blacks too. And then, I mean, you saw Mahongu he left after the season. He went and played for the Red Blacks too. Like you said, Turpin's going to the USFL, and then I don't know what Vienna's doing. I think their guy just got signed to the USFL too. I don't know about who they got now. I think what's his name? DeAndre something? DeAndre, the Clemson kid that they signed.
Oh yeah, I'm reading about
that. I know he got drafted in the USFL too. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great platform for. I mean, outside of really the NFL and the CFL, it's probably the best, most organized football in the world. You know, I mean, and even the CFL, it's like they got 12 men, they got people running all over the place. You know, it's a little bit of a different game. So, I think it's all. Yeah, you know, it's like it's really not. I mean, it is football. Don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit different style of ball. But I mean, the ELF I think has everything to continue to grow and continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think, especially after this next season, I think a lot more doors will be open for even more guys to make that jump. So.
I mean, that's what we were all talking about, that if the first year goes well, it's gonna garner a lot more success and attention, and people are going to be willing to take that lesser risk. I mean, we've already seen it from year 1 to year 2. If this year goes well, which I imagine it's going to be with the kind of effort they put in, there's more teams, so it's going to be more competition, more parity. If anything, it's just going to take another step next year as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's got a super exciting future. I'm super happy to be a part of it. I think it's great for football, especially football in Europe. But and I know it does a lot of things for like guys just needing good film too, you know, trying to make that jump. I know for me, having good film and like playing football, like there's so many guys in the States that I know that want to play football and like want to get fresh film, you know, but they don't have anywhere to play, you know, and then they end up, you know, it's 2022 now and they're trying to still get onto teams with their 2019 or 2018 late tape, you know, which is hard to do. So
I never thought of it like that. I mean, Tim, you're going to be watching Zach play this summer, aren't you?
Yep, I'll be coming over to Spain, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, come on down.
Nice to get your Dragons jersey.
Yeah, go to Tony's apparently in Salou.
Tony's is a magical place. I saw someone snort a line of mustard in there.
So now with this new season, you've got these new teams and stuff. All the conferences and stuff have changed. Your opponents now have changed. You've got 2 brand new teams in your division as well as the Centurions. I don't know. How do you feel about the mix up and you know, you've got new teams coming in. Everyone's playing different teams now. All the divisions and stuff have changed slightly.
It's exciting. I mean, like it's kind of funny. Like we play. I mean, Vienna. We play Vienna, Istanbul. And we play Rain both 2 times, you know, so like half of our games are against teams that we haven't even played yet, you know, so it's kind of exciting to be able to be part of the new in the league, but it's also kind of tough because you don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
You don't have any film on these guys. You don't really know the rosters. You don't really know their players at all. So that aspect will be tough. But another cool thing is, I mean, being in Barcelona, we get to obviously fly everywhere. So it'll be cool to have those experiences to, you know, go to Istanbul and go to Vienna and go to Rain. And then also on top of that, Cologne and Hamburg as well. So I think that's all. Am I missing somebody? And Stuttgart. We go to Stuttgart this year too.
It'll be cool going to Istanbul to play.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long play around, but
it would be decent. Zach, like when it comes to players re-signing, we've seen a lot of transfers going. So when you get a guy like Mario Flores re-signing, like how much of a boost is that, especially like considering you guys lost Gene, unfortunately, going off to Hamburg? Like when you've built up these sort of relationship with these players, just getting them back, is that just a massive boost for you?
Yeah, I think it does a lot for just like the camaraderie of the team. You know, I mean, I think the more you can become like a true team, and really kind of grow together. You know, like last year, I kind of see it like we had some growing pains. It was new. You know, we didn't really know each other all that well. So we went through our growing pains, but we overcame them, and we were able to do some pretty good things that we're looking towards to build on this year. So I think it's huge. And I mean, Mario's one of the best Spanish guys that we have. And I think he's a pretty big leader and icon for a lot of Spanish players. So seeing him come back and continue to want to get better and help this organization, I think is huge.
We mentioned it before we started recording, but so what sort of preparation have you been doing during the off season to get yourself ready for the new season?
Yeah, so I've been with my trainer pretty much. I'm with him usually like three times a week. I got my own lifts the other 2 days, and then I usually try to throw like twice a week. It's a little tougher in Minnesota because obviously you can't go outside, but we got some domes up here that I'm able to get into and throw during there. And then I went out to New Jersey for like a week, trained with my quarterback coach out there, just kind of touching up some fundamentals and kind of laser focused on the little things that can really elevate that game, make you more accurate, put a little more velocity on the ball and such things. And then really just trying to be in the best shape possible to withstand. It's going to be a longer season this year. And I kind of took a beating last year, so trying to get ready for that again, just in case. Hopefully not, but just really trying to be the best athlete I can be, as mobile as possible, as strong as possible, as pliable as possible, and being able to put the ball right where it needs to be every time. So that, and then I went down to Miami, hung out with Gene, got some work in with him down there for some old time's sake, but just really been trying to get better. I did a couple showcases. I went to Hub Football out in San Diego, did a little tryout out there. Still trying to get to that next level and whatnot. So trying to get in front of the right people and do those things. So, but yeah, it's been a good off season. A little cold, but it's been nice.
Yeah, San Diego, Miami, New Jersey. Spot the odd one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram post looking for people to catch. I was like, if I was there, I'd be there, man.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I had a couple guys that would catch for me throughout the winter, but a couple of them went down to the fan control football. They just left for that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have my trainer always catch for me, but it's tough. It's tough to get people out on a Wednesday morning to come catch for you.
Is that fan control football thing going again?
Yeah. I think they actually added like 4 new teams to it this year, so it should be pretty big. Actually, that's where Brandon Brooks is right now, our corner for Barcelona last year.
Oh, yeah.
He's down there right now. So yeah, it's a weird concept for sure. It's kind of like fan controlled arena football, but like it's kind of cool. They do like 1-on-1s for extra points, like or anything like that. There's some cool aspects of it, but I don't know. I'm not a huge arena guy. The field's too small for me.
So I've literally never watched arena football. Is the main difference that it's on a smaller field?
Yeah, so like it's pretty much played on like a hockey rink, for to say. So the field's like 50 yards long, 55 yards long.
It's weird.
And it's a lot shorter, and there's like pads that go like all the way around it. It's very weird. Like the field is a circle. There's like an oval. It's very strange.
I went to an arena game. I saw the Predators in Orlando. It's weird to watch because everyone basically just crashes into the hoarding because the field's like narrow and short. So they're like, it's exciting to watch because the scores are ridiculous because it's like a touchdown every single play virtually. But there must be so many injuries crashing into those boards. Yeah.
And like you're playing on like turf too, so like, or not even turf, like carpet. So like you're wearing 10. So I don't know. It's a different game, especially like from a quarterback perspective. Just like timing and everything would just be so different and so fast, and you really can't you can only throw it so far, like.
I heard the weirdest announcement at a game when I was at the arena game where they have instant replay. So they roll out the telly. When you see that 80s films when schools had TVs on these little trolleys, they wheel this thing out. And then they announced, we won't be having instant replay today because we've lost the remote for the TV, so we can't watch the replays. I was like, oh, that's professional.
So Are there any maybe new players coming into your team or new players coming into the league, or at least players you might not have encountered last season? Is there anyone like you're looking forward to playing with? Anyone you're looking forward to playing against maybe again?
Yeah, actually, Vienna's quarterback, Jackson Urban, he's a Minnesota guy too. He went to St. John's, which is actually another Division III school in Minnesota. So I've known about him. I think he's like a year, maybe two older than me. So I'm looking forward to playing against him. I think it'll be kind of cool to, kind of have two Minnesota small school quarterbacks face off. And then he's going to be with Adria Botea, who is one of my guys. I played with the Pioneers in Spain. And then I'm excited for my guys too, Kyle, Benji Plu, and then just kind of see how those guys fit into the offense too, kind of get those chemistry going with my new receivers and build off that. And then, I think it'll be interesting. There's a lot of movement throughout the whole, I'm pretty sure I'm trying to think, I don't want to be wrong here, but there's a lot of new quarterback switches throughout, like turnover. I think me, Jacob, Cologne's QB still there, but Berlin got a new guy, Roclaw got a new guy, Hamburg's guys, it's not Jadrian anymore. Obviously Istanbul and Rain and got new guys. Stuttgart's got a new guy. Vienna and
Jadrian had one night out with me and Adam in London, and then he retired from football. I don't know if we had anything to do with it, Adam.
Well, that was the interesting thing. Like a month or two ago, when kind of the signings were all starting to come in on the ELF website and on Twitter and all that, it just seemed like Hamburg was taking every player and nothing else was really happening. But then over the past month, you've started to see it balanced out a bit. But it was that just period where Hamburg just seemed to be signing every player from every team.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the ELF should have like a free agency period. I think like this offseason, obviously people didn't really kind of know, with who was signing back and when they were supposed to sign by and all that kind of stuff. I think if the ELF put like a free agency period from November through January, you get to interact with other teams and kind of make your moves based on that. I think it would help the league a lot because you're under somebody like Gene, where like fresh out of the season, wasn't super happy, looking for something a little bit better, and then all of a sudden Hamburg just boom, snatches him up right like that, and he had to do what was best for him, and I'm super happy for him. So, but I think if other teams knew like, hey, Gene Constant's available to be a free agent, I think all 12 teams in the ELF would have tried to make a bid for him, so I think that could be a big help for the league.
Is it a case that some players have agents and some players don't, or is it all kind of self-managed or what?
I think for the most part it's pretty self-managed. I know most of the teams like reach out like to the player, not necessarily the agent. The agent more so kind of just like my agent more so just like oversees like the contract details and stuff like that and whatnot. But I think it's pretty much just like self-seeking, and like, it takes a GM to just find you on Instagram and just kind of reach out and say, hey, would you be interested in coming to blah, 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 whatever, and then you move on from there.
I think the issue with a free agent period, with what it seems like how a lot of, a few players have, at least they jump between the leagues, so they'll go play maybe in Italy or Finland or somewhere like that during this off season. They want to play a full season there. Maybe they go finish a season with someone else, and then like quite a bit before that, like they might not even have chosen yet, and then in 2 weeks' time they're going to say, "Oh, I finished that. I still want to play. I'm going to go with this team." So maybe the fact that like free agency in the NFL, for example, they're going to be resting in the off season. There's a very clear time when they're going to be coming back.
Yeah.
But with the diversity of what people are doing, it might interrupt that working.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I suppose it's just so different with
You're right. That would
Well,
make
'cause,
fair.
like the Americans per se, like we pretty much only play like the ELF, like I did it last year. Like I played the Spanish season and then I went right into the Dragon season. And I mean, 10 months of playing football is just way too much, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. It gets exhausting and you get beat up, you play however many games. So, but
yeah, we were speaking to the Swarkov quarterback, Sean Shelton. I can't remember the exact specifics, but he ended up playing like nearly just like 3 years straight of football. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
no, yeah, I don't know. 3 years is insane. I don't know how he did that. He's been there forever though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
A long time. Yeah.
He's like a legend there. Yeah.
The legend. Yeah, because Swarkov's pretty good. They
like the Vikings and Swarkov are coming in with a good record behind both of them. Like yourself saying, there's not much film on these new teams. Like there's still going to be a lot of film on these guys because they've been the top of their division for a while now.
Yeah. They've got a good reputation in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. It'd be exciting to see how they stack up and whatnot against everybody.
I'm curious to see how the Fire and the Rams come out and how they start, whether they come out running or whether it takes a little bit of time, I think, for things to click there.
Yeah.
Is it the Rain Fire or the Rhine Fire?
Rhine.
Rhine.
As in the river.
I thought that spelled differently there.
It was pronounced in German.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. What was I going to say then? Shit.
Going back to I think the Fire are going to be one of these teams that come out flying. Just got that feeling. They took a lot of players from Cologne, players that know each other. They've got Tom Sula as well as coach. I just feel as if they've got a few qualities about them. And that's, someone that's been an NFL head coach coming into the ELF, that's huge as well. That's like another massive step in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he was with them before, wasn't he? When NFL Europe was a thing?
Yeah.
And is it Vic Fangio, I think? Didn't he become a partial owner of a team or something like that? Was it Vic Fangio?
No, Gary Kubiak, wasn't it?
Gary
Who
Kubiak,
became Wroclaw. Owner of Wroclaw.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just meaning more connections and potential better hires moving forward. So it's also, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this year's going to be good.
Yeah, it'll be a good season for sure. Especially with all the media coverage that this league gets. I mean, just between what you guys are doing with the podcast and all the Instagram accounts that follow this league, it's spreading like wildfire. I mean,
some guys started up like a pseudo fantasy league for the ELF. Tim, you looked into that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think they're trialing it and they're going to try and get it set up and ready to go next season. So good luck with that. It's going to fair play to them if they're going to try and do that. That's going to take a lot of work, but yeah, that'll be good if it is.
Yes,
yeah,
to try.
It'll be good.
So you guys play the Surge first, I believe, is it?
I think so. I think we're away at Surge for the first game of the year.
Who do we think the most improved team is going to be?
The Barcelona Dragons, for sure.
I mean, I think you guys are winning anyway, so that's okay.
Cool. That we're on the same page.
Berlin Thunder last year, they were considered as coming in a weak position anyway, but from what we hear, they look like they're going to be coming out guns blazing.
No, they definitely look like they're going to take a huge step this year. I mean, they got Kyle. Kyle's going to be a beast for them. And then just between their quarterback and Crawford again, I think they're going to be able to do some great things. I know Crawford he was a stud last year.
Yeah.
He didn't really get all the love because Madre was going, but he still put up, crazy numbers. And I think that team was just another team that just kind of needed to get their feet under them before they could really go. I mean, obviously they beat us in that absolute like rainstorm that we played them in.
God, yeah.
I'm looking through the schedule now. I think you've got 3 away games in the first 4 weeks. That's not worked out particularly great for you, is it? The way it's fell. You've got Surge, then you've got Hamburg, then you're at home against the Centurions, and then you're away again with the Fire.
That Centurions Dragons game should be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Barcelona's easily got like Barcelona, I want to say Kings, and maybe one of the Hamburg or Frankfurt. Like they've easily got the best fans audience kind of turn up, at least last season.
Yeah. Yeah, the best part about our fans was like they're really like we had a good turnout, but it wasn't like the biggest turnout that like we would see, but they were always like the loudest ones.
So loud.
Yeah. You know, like
surely this season the crowds are going to be even bigger because the COVID restrictions have been slightly not lifted completely, but eased.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a passionate bunch for sure. It's exciting. They're fun to play in front of.
I mean, I'm not sure of the statistics, but I mean, it seems like every team's selling season tickets, regular tickets, and they're doing pretty well. Like championship tickets are already for sale, and I think they sold like 3,000 of them already. Like,
yeah,
it's gathering a good bit of attention, or like more so than what happened last year, which was pretty amazing for its circumstances anyway.
Yeah.
So when we spoke to you last time, it was early on in the season. Are you feeling a bit more at home in Barcelona now?
Yeah, much more at home. I mean, when I talked to you guys before, I was lucky enough to like had been living in Salo for quite a bit, but you know, now just because like I'll be in the same building again, with pretty much all the same guys who come from Madrid and come from all over Spain and all the other imports and whatnot. For sure, it's gonna feel like home. It'll be good to get back and kind of get back into the groove of things for sure.
How's the Spanish?
Could definitely use some work still. I don't speak Spanish in Minnesota.
I'm on Duolingo learning Spanish right now. El Nino, that's a boy.
Tim will teach you.
There you go.
I'm speaking poquito.
I know some, like I know a decent amount, but
I get by.
It's tough to like put it together, you know.
In Saloon, I'm trying to remember it. Are you by that big like sports complex with a big track field and everything? That might be one tomorrow. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
All right.
All you need to know in Saloon is dos cerveza, por favor.
Exactly.
Una mesa para cuatro, por favor.
Exactly. You guys got it down. You're all set.
Okay. Anything else we know about, lads? I mean, we could talk a bit about the NFL. Obviously, you're a Vikings fan. Darius Smith's just been signed, which, I mean, actually, we'll talk about the bigger NFC North news. Devontae Adams leaves. Aaron Rodgers stays. What's your feelings towards your division and the Packers right now?
I'm a big Devontae Adams fan now. You know, I'm glad I'm able to be a fan of his. It was kind of tough to root for him when he was wearing that green, but no, I'm excited. I'm sure the Packers will have some up their sleeve. I feel like they're going to bring in somebody that will help Aaron Rodgers out a little bit, but no, I think Darius Smith is a huge signing for us. Him and Daniel Hunter will probably be that little extra kick we need on the defense. But I mean, did you guys see Tyreek Hill sign with the Dolphins today?
Yeah.
What a haul!
Insane. I don't know. I don't know how if you're the Chiefs you let that guy walk, but
I never seen it move so quick either. Like literally, Tim messaged us like
5 minutes. Happened. It was 5 minutes,
and it's like within an hour. Oh, Tyreek Hill with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean they got like 5 or 6 something picks for him or something like that, but
decent.
A first, a second, a fourth, a sixth, and then a fourth and a sixth next year.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill's such a Chiefs player, though, isn't he? Like that's the thing. I think he's perfect for the Chiefs. So I don't know.
I don't think he's going to be as good. I mean, obviously it's Mahomes, but like the signature play was "fuck it, I'll chuck it downfield and hope he catches it."
I would rather have Devontae Adams for a first and a second. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, that means Tyreek Hill is out of the AFC West.
The NFC is great right now.
Yeah, it's
Do
just.
you think Hill does not do as well then with Tua?
What's that?
Offensively, they have like Hill, Waddle, Jasicki, Chase Edmonds. They've just revamped the O-line, so it's literally, if Tua can't do this, it's on him.
Yeah, for sure.
You think he's got it, Zach?
I don't know. I'm not big on lefty quarterbacks. I know it's
They're fun to watch, though.
quarterbacks. I just can't deal with them. It just looks so weird to me. I think he's talented enough, but I don't know. I don't know if he's like take them to the next level. You know.
Yeah, but they didn't give up their next year's first round or so. Everyone's kind of saying it's now, if Tua could do it, chuck him if not, because they've got the offensive talent for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, unless we've got anything else left to talk about, boys, we can probably let Zach go.
I think that's it. I think that's the LF bug out of us, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Wait, what to speak?
Zach, any shout outs you want to give, any socials you want to give, anything you want to do, let us know.
Nah, I'm just I'm super happy to be on here again. All the listeners out there, definitely make sure you're staying tuned to the Barcelona Dragons this year. Definitely going to be some noise coming out of the south down there. So, yeah, get ready. I think it's going to be a fun year all around. I think we're going to be able to do some good things and hopefully give a good show to the fans.
The Dragons' motto is "Feel the fire," isn't it?
Yeah, but like every other team copied us.
Yeah, but what are you going to do now with Ryan Fire?
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to do something. Change it to like Matt.
I'm a big Dragon guy though, so it's okay. I'm still with you. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed us chatting with Zach. Again, make sure be a Dragons fan. It's the best team.
Yeah.
We will give them all the shout outs on our socials. Joe, where can they find them?
Yeah, Twitter and Instagram is at TAFS_UK. And our Facebook is That American Football Show. So I haven't done that in a couple months or so. So it's a bit rusty. But yeah, find us there.
Zach, what's your handle?
I'm at MagicZach_11.
There you go. So make sure you give Zach a follow. Thank you everyone so much for listening. This is going to be on YouTube, so if you're not following us on there, please give us a like and a subscribe. It really helps us out. Also leave feedback. Let us know who else you want to get on the show. If you want Zach back on, let us know what questions you want to ask him. Zach, good luck for the next season. You know I'm rooting for you. I'm a big Dragons fan. But yeah, I hope you absolutely smash it again. Thank you everyone for listening. Make sure you head over and check out our friends at EP Sports for all your NFL equipment needs. And we will see you next time we talk.